I've only lost about 5 pounds, but of that weight that I've lost, almost 10 pounds have been of fat loss, but I've gained 4 pounds of muscle. When you're looking at the scale, that doesn't tell the whole story. Don't fall for that trap. I don't weigh myself every day because honestly, it's going to go up and down every day. I actually gained more weight when I was eating less. When I was cutting my calories down and even skipping meals and just doing that calorie deficit thing, I kept gaining weight and storing fat. You got to think of your body like a sports car. And if you put the right fuel in, it's going to make your body do what it's supposed to do. You have to have fuel to make your body work.
Hey, fitness and health fans, it's game on with another episode of the Sporting Good Posture podcast. Get Coach Margella's advice from the sidelines as he helps you crush your game, no matter what health or fitness game you play.
Hey, I'm Coach Margella. I'm sporting good posture. What are you sporting?
Hey, Coach Margella, what's your advice today?
Welcome back to another episode of Sporting Good Posture. This is Coach Margella here, and I'm bringing today something new about my progress on my weight loss journey. So I've started this back in December of 2019, and I wanted to really do the lipo laser myself to see how everything was going. And I wanted to really do that not only for myself, but also to help all my patients and just give better advice on what to do if they get stuck, and also that I can really experience the whole thing and track my results the proper way. When I got the lipo laser 7 years ago, I did it on myself and I lost about 6 inches, but I didn't track everything that I did. I didn't scan my body to see the percentage of body fat that I lost, the muscle mass I gained, and everything like that. So I wanted to do something where I could track that. So starting in December, I've been doing this and tracking it every week or every other week, and I really have seen great results with it. And I wanted to share kind of where I was at with that. So I did this because, again, I want to help all my patients. I really want to help you out there that's trying to lose weight and feel like you're stuck, because I'm in the same boat as you. I looked at myself last year. I was 38 years old, and I was thinking the average male lives about 76 years. So I could be halfway through my life at this point. Who knows? I mean, you never know what's going to happen, but at the same time, I don't want to go into my 40s feeling like I'm out of shape, overweight, not feeling like myself, not having the energy I used to have, and not feeling as strong as I used to be. And I was watching, I'm a big sports fan, so I was watching Eli Manning retire, and I knew that this was his last season. We're actually the same age. He was 38. He's going to be 39 here coming up. I just turned 39 in January. And I looked at it like, this is usually the time where a lot of athletes retire, and I didn't want to feel like that was what I was doing. I wanted to be in good shape and make sure that I was there, being a good influence on my patients and on my family and on my kids, so they can see what I'm doing and set a good example, but also be a great piece of advice for people that are trying to do this kind of program. So I looked at that back in December, and I finally made the choice to just go ahead and get back into it. I hadn't done it for a while, and I got distracted. Just like many people do, I got distracted too. I wasn't working out like I should. I wasn't eating as well as I should. The weight was slowly creeping on. I'm lucky that I have a fast metabolism, but it definitely was starting to creep on where my pants were getting tighter, my shirts were getting tighter. And I had been roughly the same, size since high school as far as, pants and shirts and everything. And I started noticing that they were getting snug, and I was even starting to buy some extra large shirts for the first time. And that started bothering me. And I knew that I didn't really want to do that, because I just felt like that was not what I should be doing. I should be a better example. If I'm doing this in the office, I should be doing it on myself and setting a good example for everybody, and also proving that it does work. Because I get a lot of people that wonder, does the lipo laser program really work? Does it really actually lose fat? Is it just water weight? Are you actually changing your body fat and your body composition? And I'm here, about 90 days into this, saying that you really do make a difference in it, and it does change the body. So just an update on where I'm at. So I joined this NutriShop challenge. There's a place that I go to here in Franklin called NutriShop, and they have this in-body scanner where they can tell exactly what your body fat mass is, what your muscle mass is, what your body fat percentage is, what your visceral fat, and what your overall weight is. So it really gets the full picture of your body, not just your weight. And for those of you that know me and have talked to me about weight is not the most important thing that's on there. Obviously, you want to be not overweight, but also you shouldn't just judge your progress by what the scale says. And I'll get to that in a second, because of everything that I'm doing here, I've lost a lot of fat, I've gained muscle, and I've seen a big change in the inches around my waist and just overall in my body. So since I started in December, I've lost almost 10 pounds of fat. And all the scans I've done, I have those to prove that I'm at that point. I've lost about 5% body fat. I've gained 4 pounds of muscle. And overall, though, I've only lost about 5 pounds. And that's why I'm telling you that the scale doesn't really matter, because I went from about 203 to I'm about 198, 197 right now. But if you look at it, of that weight that I've lost, almost 10 pounds have been of fat loss, and I've gained 4 pounds of muscle, possibly even 5 now. I'm about to scan again this week. So when you're looking at the scale, that doesn't tell the whole story, and that doesn't really mean whether you're in the best shape or not just because that scale looks like it's a lower number. So don't fall for that trap. And many people do that, especially I notice women fall for that trap. So again, don't do that. I don't weigh myself every day because honestly, it's going to go up and down every day. You could fluctuate up to 10 pounds a day, and I've seen it on myself. So don't go by that. Really go by your overall production on what's going on. And the fact that I'm losing body fat, I'm also losing visceral fat. And if you don't know what visceral fat is the fat that's around your organs. It's the bad fat that causes cancer, diabetes, heart disease, all those kind of things, chronic inflammation in the body. And I'm actually losing that as well. So I've lost 3 pounds of that bad visceral fat that was around my organs. I went from 15 to 12. And again, I'm going to be scanning again tomorrow. And on top of that, in this NutriShop challenge, there's a weight class, or there's an age class of 35 and older, and there's one of 35 and under. So I'm in the 35 and older one, and there's around 200 people in both sets of categories. As of last week, I was in 5th place overall on this challenge. So I had a big loss this past month. I lost 7 or 8 pounds of fat just in this past month. And it just goes to show that it's not always going to come off right away. I was seeing losses right away doing the lipo laser. I was working out. Again, I'm not doing anything crazy, but I am working out more than I did, and I am watching what I eat. And I'm trying to do this because I want to make sure that I know what to tell people on what to do that works. And what I noticed was I actually gained more weight when I was eating less. Let me say that again. I gained more weight when I was eating less. When I was cutting my calories down and even skipping meals and just doing that calorie deficit thing, I kept gaining weight and storing fat. Now that I'm actually eating more, I'm eating more often during the day. I'm eating more calories per day. I'm eating about 2,000 to 2,200 calories a day. And before, when I was eating about 1,300 to 1,500 calories, it wasn't enough. You got to think of your body like a car. It's like a sports car. And if you put the right fuel in, it's going to make your body do what it's supposed to do. So if you don't fuel your body, what it's going to do is it's going to take protein from somewhere. So the biggest thing is I've added more protein in my diet, and I've upped my calories overall, because you have to have fuel to make your body work. You have to have fuel to make your car go. And if you don't put enough fuel in the tank, if you don't eat enough food during the day, your body's going to take the fuel from somewhere. It's either going to steal the protein from your muscles, or you're going to feed it the fuel it needs with the protein and carbs and fats that it needs, and then it's going to use that to be able to do what it's supposed to do. So in the past, I was losing muscle because I was skipping meals and not eating enough. Now I'm eating more, I'm losing weight, I'm gaining muscle, and I'm burning more fat than I ever have before. So this was a little bit of a shock to me. I kind of knew that that was what you're supposed to do, but I never really put it into action. Well, I'm telling you right now that works. And my advice to you out there is if you are doing something like this, you're probably not eating enough, especially women. Most women cut their calories down way too much. And again, you don't have enough fuel for the tank. And when you do that, your body will steal the protein from your muscles, and it won't turn into what you want it to. You'll end up losing a little bit of weight, but you'll gain fat, and the scale might change a little bit, but you won't change what your pants look like. You won't fit well in your shirts and your dresses, your pants, your shorts, or whatever. And that's really what I think is the most important thing. If you fit in that old pair of pants, that's really where it matters the most, more so than what the number on that scale says. So anyway, I wanted to give an update on that because I've learned a lot from it. I got about 6 weeks left in this challenge, and the fact that I'm in 5th place right now, I'm going for first. Like I don't mess around when I do these things, especially now that I've gotten this far. I'm going to go all out and make sure that I do my best to get first place because I like to win, first of all. I've always been an athlete. I'm very competitive. And if I do these things, I want to finish them and finish them strong. One of the things my dad always said is it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And I started a little slow with this because I hadn't done it in a while, but it's ramping up at the right time. And I'm hitting my stride, and I feel like I'm going to finish really well, and I'm going for number one. And I'm hoping the next time that we talk about this, that I'm telling you that I won this competition because I really want to show that this LipoLaser program boosts you into fat loss, but also if you put some effort in behind it and watch what you're eating, drink some more water, do some workouts with it, the fat really does melt off and you see a big change in your body chemistry and your body composition. So anyway, I wanted to give an update on that because I'm doing this because I want to be accountable for you. I want to be accountable for myself. And I want to make sure that I'm doing these things because I want to be able to give you the best advice when you come in here. If you decide to do a LipoLaser program, whether it's with me or someone else, or you're on that weight loss challenge, or if you get stuck with this, the LipoLaser has really been a great way to boost your results, both for the short and long term, because your body stays in fat burning mode and it goes into fat burning mode quicker. There are so many things that work against you when going into fat burning mode that it's hard to actually get into fat burning mode a lot as we get older. And that's one of the things I'm going to talk about in a future episode is some of those things that really hold you back from getting the best results. But the nice thing about the LipoLaser is that it doesn't matter what else is going on around you. It immediately puts you in fat burning mode so that you start seeing results right away. And that's what I'm seeing. It's kept me motivated. It's helped me get back into this thing faster than I would have if I just had done it all on my own. And I'm seeing the fat really melt off now. And again, I'm going for number one. So I'll be doing my best, getting up, doing workouts, watching what I'm eating, doing the LipoLaser, and I'll be giving updates on that. But anyway, I wanted to reach out today and just talk a little bit about that because it's really been invigorating for me. I feel a lot better this year than I have in a long time. And, I was worried about starting it back up because I might be sore coming to work and trying to adjust my patience. I was worried about I'd be getting tired at work, and it's been the complete opposite. I have more energy now. I'm stronger at work. I'm able to stand longer and do everything that I wanted to. I'm able to play with my kids more now. So a lot of things I hadn't been doing, I just feel better and stronger now than I had before. So I'll give you more updates as they come here. And if you're struggling out there, if you're having problems with losing weight, if you feel like you're stuck, if you need some advice on whether it's working out, doing the LipoLaser, whether it's things to eat, what you should do as far as calories and fat and protein and carbs and all those kind of things, reach out to me. Just DM me at Sporting Good Posture on Instagram. I've been doing this because I want to help you. And I really want to make sure that I'm setting a good example for you. So I'm here to help you. So please reach out to me. Remember, the coach's door is always open. This is Coach Margella. I'm sporting good posture. How about you?
The Sporting Good Posture podcast is a broadcast wellness production powered by Ideal Health and Wellness Center. All content copyright 2019, all rights reserved. Executive producer Frank Sardella. Dr. Margella appears courtesy of Ideal Health and Wellness Center in Cool Springs. For more information, visit sportinggoodposture.com or follow Coach on Instagram at sportinggoodposture.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready to go on level, so I'm cutting out.
All right, make sure your phone's off too.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? Let me put it in airplane mode because I'm not going to do that.